I want to tell you about the PCP. Yeah. And that's why we're out here outside of Little Labs World Headquarters, located in Hollywood, California. It originated from people needing a good way to split their guitars off to multiple power amps, well, multiple guitar amps, with transformer isolation, so we didn't have ground issues between the amps. It brings a guitar splitter together along with the reamp capabilities and a direct box capability.
There was a point in time when, during recording stuff, especially in the 80s, where we were always using stomp boxes, you know, to process things, you know, run snare drum through a fuzz box and the vocals through the tape echoes and, you know, put the vocals through a wah-wah. I mean, why not, right? We started to experiment with all that signal processing, using it as outboard. And there was no device to interface with those things properly. And so it was always a hodgepodge of trying to get the gain stages right, and the impedances never matched.
The beauty of this is you can plug your guitar or instrument into the instrument input, and immediately it'll come out the +4 balanced direct box out. That's 15 dB of gain, so typically it's more than enough to bring you up to a line level. So you can run this into your, let's say, a Pultec or an LA2A or any other professional balanced piece of gear. Then you can come back into the A, B, or C, or whatever professional balanced piece of gear. So now you can use, before your guitar amp, a piece of professional equipment like you would a stomp box. So let's say you want to put something to tape to worry about the tone later. You can plug your guitar into here, take the line level output, feed that into your digital audio workstation, and keep that as a safety track, like that is completely unprocessed, and it's just your clean guitar going to tape. Then you can take that later on and play that back into a guitar amp later on when you can maybe have access to better guitar amps, or you are the kids are awake and it's the middle of the day and you can make some noise, which is another good thing. But what makes it interesting too, compared to other ways of doing that, including the original reamp box, what makes this a little better, you can actually have the guitar plugged in while that is playing off of tape, and you still will get the interaction between the noise coming out of the guitar amp or the music coming out of the guitar amp vibrating the strings of the guitar, so it makes it much more realistic.
For example, like I've got a guitar pedal right here, and what I would do is I would take an incoming signal, plug it into the back, into the input of the back, plug in the guitar pedal, be able to adjust the level a little bit going to it so I can match the impedance. I believe it's an impedance matching device. And then I usually go back into the DI. And the great thing about the PCP DI is that it has a line level output. So I'm already back up to a level that I can get right back into Pro Tools or whatever console I'm using and not have to worry about changing line amp gain.
Joe Barresi was influential in making this box. He helped me choose the transformers used in the box.
It sounds good, man. I used it on the Tool record, and it was a great bass sound. I was running 2 amps and a DI, and the best way we did it was to run right into the PCP and then all 3 outputs. DI, amp, and then it was great because when we want to tune, we could just turn the 2 amps off without having to flick any switches or go to standby. And we've got phase control right there, ground lifts, because there's always a ground issue somewhere in the studio. And it's killer. Nice job, man.
Thank you, Joe. Jim Scott, who's done a lot of, he's done everyone, Robbie Robertson, Tom Petty, and of course, so he turned the guitar player from Tom Petty, Mike Campbell, onto the unit. Eric Clapton has purchased and used a unit. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, he uses a unit. Mark Knopfler uses one. The famous producer who did all the Pink Floyd stuff, Bob Ezrin, not all the Pink Floyd stuff, but he did a lot of the Pink Floyd stuff, Bob Ezrin. The name PCP originated as a kind of a joke because we wanted to make a way to turn professional level into guitar level. So I call it the professional to cheesy pedal interface, the PCP.